Welcome back to Disco Elysium. What have we done so far? We found the body. We need to get that down, and I don't know how. I spoke to a bunch of kinda annoying kids. They were not very nice. We don't know anything about the world around us or ourselves. We are still learning about that, asking people about the most mundane stuff like what is money? Apparently, we don't know that. So that's basically where we are. We are not making a lot of progress, but a little, and slowly we'll get somewhere, I think. What's this?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Oh, so I need to ask
There's
someone.
something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Keep the hunch to
The
yourself.
lieutenant leans in to inspect the lock.
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
I agree. Open trash container. Well, let's do that because I still don't know what to do with that stupid kid. Although I want to get the body down, and I wish I had just chosen that because I think the game.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
What I want to say, I think the game would have just taken care of it, and now I need to do it. It's an extra task. Main hall, building A, Andro Orlando. What is all this? I don't understand. Ice City. I don't need them, do I? Leave. Let's not do that now. Bottles inside if you had a bag. Well, I don't, so.
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Are those my bullets? This isn't weird or anything. I don't know why I chose
The
that.
box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
Alright, I don't know what that is. It's kind of weird. What's this? This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. And the cover says very muscular man surrounded by flames. Is this a bookstore? I don't know if I want to go here. Unless, do you have my gun?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
No, I don't think I'm gonna get way too confused if I'm going everywhere, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead, let's go to the owner and ask him. Wait, who's this? He wasn't here before, was he? Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at a table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
And this is low. Pick up the
The
pills.
man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Item gate magnesium.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Yeah, but I don't, do I? Leave. Can I take this? What's this? Bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling
That
out.
sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Oh,
Not now.
excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime.
Finish thought. What is electrochemistry and why do you want to get me drunk? Which one is this? This one. Go to party, love and be loved by drugs. Alright, that makes sense. So I need to ask her about the garden, but she was so nice to me.
Hello again, sweetie.
Oh, I can't. Wait, it's her, isn't it? Bye. Oh, I'm confused then. Let's ask him about the container.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Yeah, but that belongs to you, doesn't it?
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is, or no, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me, and it isn't. It's common sense. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay then. Maybe you're callous yourself.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
He takes the keys from under the counter and hands them to you. Alright, bye. And thanks, I guess. Autosave. Wait, that always scares me when the game does that. Is something gonna happen? Can I look at the gate?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Hi. Reconstruct the movement.
No, these
Check
tracks are
failure.
not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Oh, that's too bad. Because why did I fail? I got 10 instead of 11. Oh, alright.
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover. Cop habit. You look, this isn't case related.
Well, I think it might be, but yeah. Can I do this? No. I don't think I need to. I'm just hungover. I wonder, will he use his key?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, Whirling in Rags.
Alright, I was gonna say, is he gonna use it or do I need to combine stuff? But I can do it like
With
this.
a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition?
There is. But you won't like it.
Sweat forms on your
Sweat
brow.
forms on
Oh,
your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
I'm gonna do it.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Did gain XP. Now what?
We're just in
Continue.
time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the
You
boxes.
see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
It does.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
What about this?
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Grab 'em.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
So they're his.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Ew, gross.
Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks into the container.
the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something
Maybe.
slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
E.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
He nods to himself.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that,
A thrown out towel mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
He nods toward the red-haired boy behind him. Do you mean the very ugly boy? Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put him there. You think some from Willing might have been involved?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
All
The
right.
lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
This
It's just
search.
organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Interesting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't
Yes,
be.
it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Must have been cramping my style. Maybe I needed to lose it. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. I don't know.
Well,
He doesn't know what to say.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
He peers into the trash where soggy cartons and rags stink uninvitingly. I have a new task. Read your ledger and name the case.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
I'm also getting that mug.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Take it. The lieutenant briefly glanced at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Oh, I need to do
The
this first.
container sounds a muffled gong.
Oh, thanks for that.
That's
Continue.
one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Lieutenant sounds relieved. Leave. Let's see. What can I interact with? This? Use interact button in inventory to inspect the book. But what is the interact button? How am I supposed to know? This?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Ugh.
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
So throw it away.
It's a metaphor for you.
Well, thanks.
Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters. Ask. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Interesting.
Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot, with your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
It's only 42. And -1's along some long way home. You may retry it. Alright. Let's try it then.
Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it
Locked.
shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Put skill points into interfacing to open this white check. Oh, alright. Inspect the
An
clip.
aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
I don't know.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
I don't know.
What?
It's
Yes,
lost in his own notes.
halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
It's lost in his own notes. It takes a moment for him to see it. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Oh, I need my address.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Or where I live, maybe.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
Alright, let's try
This
that.
means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay,
He returns to neatly kept notes.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol.
And alcohol.
Covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Alright.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is it a good caseload? There was mention of a naming convention. I don't know.
huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
He raises his nose from his notes. 2 cases a week appears to have been my load list, and I'm not sure I completed them though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. It's okay. We all make mistakes.
He nods and turns back to his own case files.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. There is, for precisely one more, 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once
Alright.
all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross them
A
out.
satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done, and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
This just takes forever, this narrative. Is that just me?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Hangman, the Furies are at home in the mirror, the setting sun, shit on a stick. I don't know this.
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has nothing... Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have some...
Usual is boring.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm
Alright.
going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Read your ledger and name the case. Task complete. Gained experience.
You don't
Alright.
exactly Close them, so much as distance yourself from the... In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
All right, bye.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard.
Take it
Still
off.
wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
All right, put it away. And I can also interact with
It's
this.
just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you
I
dug
don't
out
know.
of the garbage?
The mug is an example of, I don't want to do this, I changed my mind. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant fine and tell them, no, not to do will be useful. I can earn political capital to mask my bad as hustling. What? Can anyone laugh anymore?
Understood. You're that kind of detective.
All right, I'll get back to it. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. Who put the clothes in the trash? The victim's clothes were in the trash container out back, neatly folded. Who could have put them here and why? Only the warding staff was supposed to have the key. Ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes in the trash. Ask Guard if he knows how the victim's clothes got in the trash. Also, we need to return his key to him, because we promised we would. Read watermarks. Get in front of Kenima's headlights to read the halogen watermarks in your ledger. This may yield some information about who you are. First, go to the Kenima and turn on the lights. Right, and we need to find a way to get the body down. We still, although it might just fall down. And we need to go to the car to read the ledger or the watermark that might have my address or at least some information about me because I don't know anything. And we need to go back to the bartender, return his key and ask him some questions. And also we need to ask the gardener why she was gardening in March. But I thought it was the old lady in the wheelchair and I couldn't do that with her, so don't know. And we have this. This is the logo of the municipality of Revachol. I don't know what that means or what they mean by that, I mean. But I think we need to go back to the car, use the headlights for something. I don't remember exactly. And also I think this is the gardener, not the old lady in the wheelchair, because it said wheelbarrow.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Because the game said wheelbarrow and I somehow confused it with wheelchair. I don't know why, but that's what I did.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He turns the preheater on, waits, takes out his keys and says,
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canada comes to life with a whiny growl.
It's very loud.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
Cool.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Let's do that. We close the door and leave. I just need to stand here, that's it? I guess, whoops, go back.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
It means nothing to me. A street grid and the veins of a great river.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid, look at the I don't know. This?
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally them up.
The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them, there's nothing else I can do.
You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, precisely.
What did I get? I get 1 morale extra. Or something. I don't know. So this goes up. Oh, because I was like 1 health. Isn't that kinda... I don't know, sad. You just have 1. Then I'll die immediately. But I guess I can upgrade them somehow.
The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Alright. Hey game, what do all these holes mean? Point to the dots on the watermark.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Does that mean they are all my cases or all the cases I lost?
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
Oh, alright.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Well, I kinda suck if I've been doing it for 18 years. I don't know anything. Wait, 18 years I've done this, got drunk like a megastar, walked the land telling whores and lies of the end to come. 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have? I think this.
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we?
I don't know anything.
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases.
Ah.
Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see...
200 something.
Wow, more than 200.
216 to be exact. Is that a lot? I would have thought that'd be more. Well, I would have thought that'd be less, so...
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So then why is everyone so rude to me? I used to be a super cop. I used to be good at some solos, I guess. What's the last number? I don't think I can ever re-become... I don't know. What about this?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row.
Alright.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills.
Oops.
You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, I understood that.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
Oh, I thought he was saying this, but it's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
I agree with that. What about this?
Yes.
He says, declining to elaborate. How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look. Well, I wonder what he means. It wasn't that subtle.
Personally, I find
Subtle.
it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Maybe I should... Hobbies are lame.
Suit yourself.
Suit yourself.
Very noble of you. Are we done here?
Are we done here? I gained experience. Alright, bye.
The lieutenant nods.
I can look at the grid, but I don't know why.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Point to the halogen map. Wait, look around you. I don't know why I would say this.
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems like a shithole. Seems nice.
No, it does not.
Oops. Lieutenant says without optimism. Alright, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He presses the remote control on the key.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Alright, thanks, lady. Don't know who you are, but... to the right? What do you mean? This is the map. What is this? Are these my tasks? No, these are my tasks. What's this? It doesn't work for me though. Acquire a copy of city map. I guess I need to get a map and it will show me where everything is. Endurance legendary. Oh, alright. But she says to the right. I don't know. This is left, isn't it? Am I crazy? Oh, done. Is this what she means? Didn't know. Completed. Active. So inspect victim's body. Well, I can't do that because I need to get it down and don't know how. This is a preliminary inspection. You just need to suppress the urge to throw up and approach it. Well, I did that, didn't I? Pay for damages. Yeah, I don't know how much. I need to ask him, but it's more than I have. Oh, this updated. Is this what she means? So now I know what I did. Good cop, bad cop too. Don't know. Moralist, fascist, communist, boring cop, sorry cop. I somehow got this. I don't know why. Superstar cop. I want this one. How do I get this? Track down your badge. Maybe you just stumble across it down the line. Miracles happen. Alright. Ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes in the trash. Ask Garda if he knows how the victim's clothes go in the trash. Alright. Keep searching for the color despite lacking any obvious leads. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Rich person. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Ask the gardener. Right, I need to speak to her and track down my gun. I'll do that since she's right here. This is her, I think.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
The young woman looks up at you. You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
Alright, I have questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
This.
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so.
She points to her wheelbarrow, surprised at the question.
Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
She smiles shyly.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Drama. I like this one. Grandma's a bit too much. What nutrients? I can do this. 92 is very high. Squint your eyes and look at it intently. What will this do? This ingenuous grandma?
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
An entrance to the yard?
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
True. Now that I keep it to myself, or I can confront her. I want to do this.
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about.
She looks towards the yard and her expression clears.
The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
I wonder what this word is. Stuck to him, yes, that's not important right now.
It is, because he sent you to harass me. He's playing you. He hates the police, okay? A lot of people do around here.
She shakes her head.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
The lieutenant intervenes, looking at her intently. Yes, see, he doesn't trust her either.
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
I said it.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
Level up. Cool.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Lieutenant nods at you. What about directions?
Of course. Where to?
What's in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
What's north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
East?
The harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
Alright, and this?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
Alrighty, bye.
No problem.
Bye. She nods, brushing a fleck of soil off her cheek.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Yeah, let's ask that.
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Well, that's nice. What's this? But she's not annoyed, I mean. Pigs go home. Street name is illegible. That's, I think, for us. Inspect the wheelbarrow. Heap of snow. So what did I get? Oh, I can choose something. Let me see. What do I want? Tune into the city. I don't want this. Go to Party Planet. Shrug off pain. Take blows. Yeah, I don't know. I want this. Pick locks, yes. Accept and close. Thank you for watching. Curious what happens next? Subscribe to my page so you don't miss anything.